I wanted to walk you through a little bit more in WebAssign here for those of you who haven't used it, or just for those of you who maybe never had anybody tell you. And I wanted to point out where you go, where you see what's required, where you see due dates, and just a little bit about navigation and using the tools that are here. So first things first, you will see that the main page on the right hand side are your announcements. And over here you'll see I've already posted several announcements for you. 2 videos just on the essentials of WebAssign, making sure you set up your notifications, really important if you haven't done that already. Um, and then this is where I was talking about the password for the quiz, 3.1, 3.2 quiz, and so on and so forth. So look at there on the right hand side. As we move along here, I'll take away the 2 WebAssign videos and other things will pop up. But now, over here on the left-hand side is your assignments, and you will see it's telling you you have current assignments. You have 9 of them to currently work on, but we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, all of them are displaying, but it is possible that it doesn't have enough space, so it'll tell you you have 15 assignments to work on, but it's only going to show you so many. So just so you know, if they're not all showing up, you can click on the current assignments, and then it will give you a list of all of your assignments and everything you can work on at this moment in time. Back to the main page. Something else I really wanted to point out is that there is a past assignments tab here. So right here, you can still go back and look at any of the old homework assignments for studying. So for example, and quizzes as well. So for example here, my homework from 4.1, 4.2, I can now go ahead and click on that. And once it opens up for me, there we go. You can see I did not do any of the problems. They're all red. You can now click View Key. So if you're not planning on asking me for an extension for any reason, you can go ahead and click that, and it will then show you all of the answers next to each problem. But the next thing I love to show you guys is it's past due. We can't make changes. But when I click on the answer blank, notice down here right below it, it comes practice another version. So if you want to practice problems while you're getting ready for a test, you can click on that. And now you get a whole nother problem to practice where you do type in the answers just as if you were doing the problem originally. And you can still click grade this, and it'll still tell you if it's right or wrong. And then you can now say show me the answers. I'll tell you the correct answers. And then I think once I do everything, the try again will become available. Yeah, and you can have it refresh, and you can try problems over and over. So I wanted to show you guys here in this section, or sorry, in the past assignments, you still have the ability to go in and practice other versions of problems you may have struggled on. Also, remember how to read this upper right-hand corner. This is telling you it's from our book, Chapter 4, Section 1, Problem 4. So you're more than welcome to go into the ebook itself and look at that Chapter 4, Section 1, 4.1, and then look at problems like number 4, and they'll be similar to this if you want more practice. Okay, so that's how you can use your homework, your current assignments and past due assignments. And you'll notice here on the right-hand side are all of our due dates. And it was to make them show up in order, because unfortunately WebAssign lists them in the order in which I created them originally, so the order's all funky. So you'll notice to make them appear in order, I have to make, if I make the due dates different, it'll list the first due date first, then the next due date second. So you'll notice 5.1, 5.2 got a 11:55 p.m. due date time, where then the quiz got 56, and then simplex method got 57. So note, some things are going to end about 5 minutes before midnight on Sunday, but hopefully you have plenty of time with that little warning. And the whole reason for that is just to make them appear in the correct order. Now, next, your grades. This is where your grade will be for the class. So if you go ahead and click there, you'll kind of see your breakdown. The personal study plan is literally that. It's just a personal study plan. There's no grades associated. But I can go here into, let's say we're working on Chapter 5, Linear Programming. I can go into here, and these are problems the book has picked out or the author has picked out. I have no ability to author these or change these, and where you can now do a whole quiz on the whole chapter, or you can do quizzes on each section, and you can also participate in tutorials with little watch-its and whatnot. Um, so, long story short, yeah. And these are not graded. You get unlimited attempts, so just like the homework. So you can go into a homework assignment and have unlimited attempts essentially on a problem. Yeah, I think it's 100. Here on the practice quizzes, you can take a quiz, come and try it again, come and try it again. These are unlimited. Okay, and you'll see the problems look very similar to your homework. And they tell you where they're located so you can go practice more that are like it. So there you go. So that's the personal study plan. Then next, we have resources for the book. So here you'll see that's where I posted the syllabus, but also they do have some videos that they have created that go along with the book. So little lecture videos for 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5. These are of varying degrees of good to horrible and not even relevant, because they try to recycle the videos and use it across many books. So sometimes things just don't quite line up. So if you're looking for an alternate perspective, go ahead and watch these. Just note they may or may not actually be helpful. And then last but not least, you can always look at your calendar, and on the calendar it'll also list due dates for you and tell you when things are due. But for us, everything's always due on Sundays. Also note, the summer sections, we do not do the discussions in Canvas, so you don't need to worry about those. So yeah, don't worry about going over and trying to do those. Just use Canvas for the lessons. And I think that is all I needed to tell you. Let me double check. Yes, there's one more little piece I wanted to show you, and I just want to kind of mention to you the due dates here in Webassign should all correlate to the due dates you see in Canvas. So if you're watching a fall class, the dates are obviously not for the same for you, but when you look here, your Canvas due dates should all match your Webassign due dates. So when you're going through here, you can see I should be looking for in Webassign a 5.1, 5.2 homework assignment due on the 8th, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5 due on the 8th, and a test for chapter 4.5 due on the 8th. And then typically speaking, every section of homework has a quiz associated with it. So if you don't see one, feel free to email me and make sure that you're not missing it. But I guarantee you're not missing it. It's just there's a couple of sections where I didn't do quizzes because the material didn't lend itself well to a quiz. Okay, there we go. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any other questions.